One of, I think, most culinary artists in the Philippines, favorite spot sa Pilipinas, Iloilo. I mean, the offerings that they have, para sa akin, masasarap. Ganun na lang kasimple, masasarap. One of the things na talagang binabalik-balikan doon, at syempre, kilala na rin, staple na rin sa Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao, is yung kanilang molo soup. So we have here yung isang Rhode Island chicken. Components, kailangan dyan yung broth. Just like with any other soup-based dishes, broth is the soul of your bowl. Isa sa mga magdadala doon sa karakter ng soup natin is yung collagen, which is marami sa chicken feet. For the parang siomai element natin, kasi yung history daw nito can be traced sa mga Chinese dishes. Doon sa preference natin in terms of flavor, ingredients na meron. So we will be saving itong pinaka-breast. Yung chicken carcass natin, syempre. Ginger. And of course, water. This one, we will finely chop para doon sa ating, yun nga, dim sum element. Yung ating shrimp. Kung ayaw ninyong i-hand chop yung inyong mga ingredients, you could easily use your food processor. I wouldn't recommend yung blender kasi it's gonna be too fine na almost smooth paste consistency na yung magiging end product nito. For me, gusto ko yung siomai ko may texture pa rin hanggat maaari. May mga pagulat na konting mga maliit na mas malalaking bits ng chicken or ng shrimp and the other ingredients. Then next up, yung iba pa nating ingredients. So we have here singkamas. Singkamas. Mix lang na natin yan together. Next up, yung ating carrots. Siguro half lang kasi naparami yung lagay ko ng singkamas. Celery in. Salt. And of course, pepper. And of course, yung broth natin, lagyan na rin ng ating fish sauce. Replenish lang natin yung ating stock. And then, let's work on our siomai. So, na-replenish na natin ng additional water yung ating stock. Kita nyo naman yung kinalabasan niya. So medyo bata pa yung Rhode Island Red natin. Maganda yung himay niya. Yan o. Perfect. So we will just remove yung mga buto-buto dyan, yung karne. Kasi yung karne, hihimayin natin at isasama pa natin dun sa ating isa-serve mamaya. Tsaka kung papansinin ninyo, kahit wala pa tayong nilalagay na pampakapal dito or yung molo wrapper natin, hindi pa natin nilalagay, may certain body na yung stock natin. That's from the collagen. So mga buto-buto and of course, chicken feet na nilagay natin. And the same stock na nabuo natin, of course, yung shrimp natin kanina, sinet aside natin yung kanyang shell at saka yung head. What we'll do is yung kumukulo nating stock, we'll pour it over. Using a potato masher, we will extract yung additional flavor doon sa ulo ng ating shrimp. Pwede na tayo magbalot. So yung ating mga iba't ibang shapes dito ng dumplings, shoot na natin agad doon sa ating broth, ever so gently. And of course, huwag natin kakalimutan, yung shrimp stock natin. Pag nailagay na natin yung ating mga dumplings, make sure na gently simmering lang yung ating stock. You don't want it to be overly aggressive kasi ang mangyayari dyan, it's either puputok or maghihiwala yung pagkakadikit ng ating mga dumplings. So, control lang yung temperature dapat. Lumutang na yung ating mga dumplings. Sa ating estimate, luto na yung nasa loob. Pwede tayo mag-serve. Halakpakan!
Kasamang liyawan!
Bawat malalaking pulo sa Pilipinas may ipinagmamalaking sining, kultura at pagkain. Dahil lumaki sa Mindanao, naging panata ni Chef Miggy Moreno na ipakilala ang kinagisnan niyang mga putahe sa Manileño foodies.
I was born in Holosulu. So nung bata ako, nagsimula talaga yung pagmamahal ko sa pagluluto. When I was 8 years old, sa kusina ng aking grandmother. Sinasabi ko nga talaga, I mean, the best cooks, no? The best cooks are home cooks. And normally, the home cooks are our grandmothers, our mothers.
Pero aminado si Chef Miggy na hindi naging madali ang pagtatayo ng isang restaurant that's focused on Mindanaoan cuisine.
Sobrang daming doubts and struggles. Most people don't know, especially Filipinos are not aware, that even before the Spaniards came to the Philippines, in the 13th and 14th centuries, early as that, there was a flourishing society of the Sultanate of Sulu. So, and this society has been trading spice, textile, intermarriages, between the Southeast Asian neighboring countries like Malaysia, Brunei, Singapore, that went as far as the Arabic and Indian continents. So, that shaped the culinary profile and the gastronomy of those regions.
Ngunit nang makatanggap ng prestihiyosong Bib Gourmand mula sa Michelin Food Guide, hindi lang nakilala ng mga Pinoy ang Palm Grill, naging internationally recognized din.
It was a good thing. In fact, we were excited, kasi parang finally magkakaroon ng pagkakataon na may platform ang food and beverage industry, ang gastronomy ng Pilipinas to be known globally. So yung ginagawa natin today is yung specialty tray na dulang, which is a sample platter ng mga specialties ng mga Tausug at saka ng Zamba Sultan region. So dito si Chef Alfred, ginagawa natin yung beef kurma. So ang ginagawa naman dito ni Chef Romano is yung kalia puso or yung heart of the banana na niluto sa gata, pampalasa, spices, and burnt coconut meat as well. Yan. Tapos dito, meron tayong boiled eggs that are specially coated na ginagawa ni Chef Rocky. At iniihaw natin ang dalawang chicken specialty dishes. Yung ating pianggang manok at saka yung ating belachan manok. O yung gagawin natin ngayon is yung cuning or yung turmeric rice. So meron tayong steamed white rice. Haluin lang natin siya together with our turmeric sauce na ginawa natin kanina. Ang turmeric sauce natin, niluto siya sa gata. Meron siyang turmeric powder, spices, and coconut milk. So haluin natin siya sa ating cooked rice. Tapos is, imimix lang natin siya just like so. Yeah. Prepare na natin yung ating specialty dulang tray, ating gold specialty tray para sa kaalaman ng mga nanonood. Ang dulang tray ay traditionally sinaserve ito during royal banquets, royal occasions, or special occasions tulad ng mga weddings, birthdays, nung kapanahunan ng Sultanate sa Sulu Archipelago. Ang dulang tray ay sampler tray ng mga specialties ng mga Tausug tribe or ng mga Tausug people. Yeah. Lalagay natin yung beef kurma, tapos yung ating kalia puso, yung sauce ng pianggang manok na niluto natin kanina, yung ating belachan manok, ating boiled eggs that are specially coated, and yung ating cuning or turmeric rice. Ang pinaka-sentro, for the center of the dulang tray, is yung ating tula itum na lalagyan natin ng bone marrow. Yan. Kagarnish natin yung ating specialty dulang tray, isang sile, at roasted coconut meat. Or ang tawag namin dito ay bubuk. Ilalagay natin yung bubuk on top of most of our specialties. Yan. Ang gagawin naman natin this time is Zamboanga City's famous fruit halo-halo with no shave ice. Sa Zamboanga, ang tawag nila dito ay knickerbocker. Dito sa Palm Grill in Tomas Morato, ang tawag namin dito ay knicker ice treat or just plain knicker. Ang kulay green na po yan ay nata de coco or coconut jelly, basically. Meron na tayong ripe bananas, ripe mangoes, at tinap na natin siya ng ating special cream. What sets this halo-halo apart is, maliban sa wala itong kinayod na yelo, ay gumagamit ito ng fresh fruits that are chilled in replacement of the kinayod na yelo. Meron po siyang 1 scoop of the vanilla ice cream. Ipa-flatten lang po natin siya. So, ang pinaka-last fruit ingredient natin is yung pakwan.